Minecraft lovers. Unfortunately my microphone isn't working. I don't know if it's because it's not charged or something. It says it was on, but it wasn't on from what I could hear, so I don't really know what's going on, but if I can't fix it, I'll just get a new one whenever. But for now, no microphone. But we have the ring light still. Because you can see my new purple hair. So yes, we've got purple hair now, guys. Also, it's my birthday on Wednesday, and I'll be 20 years old, and I got tattoos for my birthday. So I got this one, Black Cat with a Moon, and then I got Salem's paw print. So yeah. Also, I've also got new nose piercings. So yeah, very cool. Today, I feel like being very hateful. I really just feel like telling the world how much I hate these movies. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys 10 of the worst horror movies I've ever seen. Obviously, there's a lot more I've seen that are really, really bad. And I was gonna actually do a video on all the half-a-star reviews I've done, personally, on Letterboxd, but there was like heaps. Like, there was probably over 50, so I wasn't gonna do that. So I've just lowered it to 10, and I'm gonna explain to you guys. I'm not gonna get into too much detail about the movies, but I will tell you why I hate these movies. But yeah, let's just get right into the video, guys. So I'll go down this list because the first 3 on my list I'm gonna do last, because they're actually the worst movies I've ever seen in my entirety of living. I've never seen anything as bad as the first 3 movies, so I'll get into them after I do the rest. But number 10 is Funny Games. I can't stand this movie. It's about this like family, and they are going away on like vacation or wherever, and then like next door neighbors at this vacation place, like the 2 youngest dudes who are there for who knows why they're there, like kind of invade their home and tie them up and stuff, and it's just like a standard kind of home invasion, but it also breaks the 4th wall, so how exciting. There's this one scene, which also, spoiler warning for a lot of movies in this, and trigger warnings for a lot of movies in this video. So they break the 4th wall a lot. They're always looking at the camera, their eyes wide open and stuff, and there's this one scene that I honestly thought there was something wrong while I was watching it. There's this one scene, this really made me angry though. Like, I didn't like this. This shouldn't have been done. The dude, one of the kidnapping men, are murdered. So the other one gets the TV remote and reverses, but like he reverses the actual time. So he goes back in time to when he wasn't murdered, so he could change what happens. So then the dude doesn't get murdered. And it is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen in a movie. It is so stupid. Also, another reason I hate this movie, it is so slow, like extremely, extremely slow and boring. This movie is almost 2 hours. It's, I think, about over an hour and a half. So almost in between an hour and a half, 2 hours. And there was a lot of this movie that could have been cut out, and we didn't really need it. There's a scene when, once again, trigger warning, spoiler warning, the kid is murdered. But you don't see it happen, but you see him on the ground afterwards, and then for 10 minutes, the mum and the dad are just sitting there. Like, it's just a 10-minute shot of them just like sitting there, and then they start crying and boo-hooing and all that stuff, but it's like 10 minutes of silence, and you honestly think the screen is like frozen. But yeah, I just think this movie sucks. And also, funny story, which I have to bring this up every time I talk about this movie because it really pissed me off when this happened. I made a TikTok video saying I hated this movie, and this dude I don't know who he is, I don't know where he's from, but this dude proceeded to say that I was embarrassing because I just didn't understand what this movie's about. So yeah, I hate that movie. Number 9 is 3 movies. It's all the Terrifier movies. I hate them all. They all suck. They're all so over the top, gory to the point where it's unrealistic and fake, which horror is not meant to be realistic, obviously, but it's too fake to the point where it takes me out of the movie. I can't stand them. They have no plot at all. The first one, I can respect it a bit because it's actually about, like, I don't know, like an actual dude who's just a killer clown. But the second one and the third one are like more like he's actually a demon, and also there's a superhero. Like this woman, this lady, she, like, her father had a connection to Art the Clown, which apparently we're supposed to find out in this new 4th one that's gonna come out whenever. Had a connection to him, and he made her as a superwoman and blah blah blah, and she is the superhero, and like she saves the world, like she saves everyone from Art the Clown, and then he comes back and it ends on a cliffhanger in the 3rd one, and it's like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Which I can understand. The thing is, I do understand why people enjoy the movies, and I do understand why people enjoy especially the first one, because I'm not that big of a hater of the first one. It is more the second and the third one that I think are actually really dumb. Like there's no plot. There's like no plot. The plot is all over the place. Like it is like insane. Like I don't know. And no, like nothing's ever really explained. But yeah, they're just really, I don't find them gross. I find them stupid. I just think they're silly movies. Yeah. Number 8 is Exorcist Believer. So this movie, actually when I saw this at the cinemas, I took myself on a date to the movies and I saw this movie. And I knew I was going to hate it. And I did hate it a lot. I'm not a fan of The Exorcist. I've never been a fan of the original. But I have some respect for it. This movie disrespects the movie. Like, this movie disrespects the original so much. And they bring in Ellen Burstyn's character and, like, blind her within, like, 5 minutes of being in it. And then she's like this demon thing now. Like, she knows all about the ghosts and she knows everything about everything. Because her daughter was possessed and all this stuff, and it was just really stupid. And this is so I just remembered the ending. The ending is so bad. It was like the 2 girls are possessed by the same demon at the same time, and only one of them can live, and yada yada. But it's like a Marvel movie, like bringing all the Avengers together. There's like people from different religions all coming together and like performing this like exorcism on all the on both the girls, and it's like this weird, like, I have no idea what was going on, but I thought it was so stupid. And David Gordon Green was supposed to be making the like 2 more of him, but he's not working on them anymore. Mike Flanagan's doing the next one, which hopefully should be good because Mike Flanagan is really good and David Gordon Green sucks. But yes. Number 7 is another David Gordon Green film, and it is Halloween Ends. This movie is so bad. It's so shit. It is like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like barely even about Michael Myers. Like, Michael Myers is this old man living in the sewers, and he's like all like raggedy and old, and there's this dude named Corey, who, by the way, only gets mentioned, we only find out about him in this movie. This is when he's introduced. Corey accidentally killed a child, and he is an outcast because of the incident that happened. And there's this one time where he ends up in the sewer where Michael Myers is living, and Michael Myers looks him in the eye, and I don't know what happens, but then Corey is evil and Corey acts like he's Michael Myers, but he's not Michael Myers, he's Corey. And it's really like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's really bad. They shouldn't, if they wanted to have this Corey dude as a huge character, they should have introduced him either in the first one or the second one, not the last one, because I don't care about him. He's the last person I care about in this movie. Also, he's a really bad character. Like, he sucks. He's also like the love interest of the chick, I forgot her name, but Laurie Strode's granddaughter. So Michael Myers' great niece, whatever. And yeah, it's like this whole thing, and yeah. Number 6 is Devil's Due. Now, when I was a young one starting to get into horror, this was a movie that I watched really, like, as I was starting to get into it, and I hated it. And to this day, I still hate it. I still think it's a really bad movie. This movie sucks. It's absolute ass. I've never seen, I don't know, like, I'm not a huge, like, found footage fan, but I can appreciate a good found footage movie. This is not a good movie. And also, it was just really weird, and I just didn't care for it, and I also kind of don't remember most stuff that happened because I haven't seen it in many, many years. I watched it a lot, though. I watched it a lot for whatever reason, but yeah, don't really remember much from it because it sucked. Number 5 is Antichrist. Oh, I hate this movie. This movie is so gross. Definitely not what I was expecting. Like, I knew it was gonna be disturbing, and everyone's like, oh, it's really disturbing and gross. So I kind of knew it was gonna be disturbing, but like, yeah, it's a bit, yeah. I don't really know what to say. It's just weird. I don't like it at all. It's about this husband and wife, and their child dies while they're doing the deed, and the wife is hysterical. So the husband, who is like a therapist, decides to take her to some cabin that they love, and it is just bizarre. And it turns out that the mum never liked the child. Like, the mum saw him out of the corner of his eye, like, about to fall out the window, and didn't do anything. And she also used to, like, purposely put the wrong shoes on his feet, so his feet were, like, really weird. But yeah, it's just not a good movie. And every time something weird would happen, they would do the deed. I don't care. Like the woman would be hysterical, and the guy's like, I know how to fix this. They do the deed. But then there's other stuff that happens later on, and it's just like, what the actual fuck am I watching? It's so disgusting. But yes, never again. Number 4 is another really disturbing movie that I watched because everyone was like, this is really disturbing and this is really gross, and it is, and it's a disturbing film. I've never seen anything like this. It's bad. It's really bad. There's a lot of assaults against people, physical and sexual, and it's not good at all, and it's really gross, and there's stuff to do with children in it, and it's disgusting, and everything about this movie is grimy and gross, and it's disgusting. Yeah, I wouldn't watch this ever again. I'm not even gonna try and explain this movie because it is messed up. Like, I'm probably gonna get, like, I don't know, like, it's disgusting. So if you want to watch something really disturbing, you can go watch that, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now onto the 3 last movies, which are the worst movies I have ever seen in my life, and I hate. Number 3 is this British movie called Ghost Stories. It has what's his name? I think Martin Freeman. I think that's his name. The one who was in Nativity, the teacher. I think that's his name. He's in heaps of stuff. I just haven't really seen much with him in it, but I know he's in heaps of stuff. But that movie is so boring, and you think it's gonna like end, and then it doesn't end, and then it keeps going on and on and on and on, and it's really boring. And then I don't remember half the stuff that happened in this because I zoned out. I was like, I can't watch this. The ending was like really confusing and weird. I had no idea what was going on, and I hate this movie, and I'm never gonna watch it again. So yeah. Number 2. This was my most hated movie of all time up until like a couple of months ago when I watched this other movie, and now that is the worst movie I've ever seen of all time. But it's The Grudge from 2004, the American remake. I hate this movie. It is so boring. I literally don't remember anything. All I remember is that it took me 6 hours. 6 hours to watch this movie in full because I had to take breaks like every 10 minutes because I was so bored. I literally couldn't watch it. I couldn't sit there and keep myself entertained and watch it because it was so freaking boring, and I'm never gonna watch it again. And I can't even really tell you what it's about because I couldn't watch it. Like, nah. So yeah. The last movie on this list is, if you've seen my videos, you will know, but it's Evil Dead 2. I can't stand this freaking movie at all. The acting's bad, the effects are bad, the characters are bad, everything about this movie is bad, the dialogue is bad. I can't stand it. And everyone praises this movie. It's like the holy grail, and it is honestly disgusting because this movie sucks. The practical effects don't hold up at all, and everyone's like, oh my god, but look at them. They were terrible. They were terrible at the time, and they're terrible now. They're not good at all. The acting was terrible. Even from Bruce Campbell. I thought he was gonna be like the savior of that movie. No, he was bad. Also, the pacing was terrible. It was like, I watched it for 20 minutes and I thought it was gonna almost be over because it was pretty much the end, but no. More people had to come in, so I thought like I'd pretty much been watching the whole thing. No, I was 20 minutes in of an 18-minute movie. This movie felt like it went for 5 hours. It was ridiculous. I hate it. But yeah, every single thing about this movie was bad. I will never watch it again. I will never watch this movie ever again. If anyone ever tries to get me to watch this movie, I won't watch this movie because I hate this movie. But yes. Thank you guys for watching my hateful video today. But yes, these are just some of the worst that I've personally seen. There's a lot more, so if you guys want to see and hear the rest of the other movies that I hate, definitely let me know because I've got heaps that I hate and I want to talk about. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. All of you live, laugh, lovers.